Hi and welcome to my astrology video channel. In this video, we're going to take a look at some fun astrology terminology focusing on planetary aspects. So next time you read your horoscope or listen to your weekly astrology podcast, you can actually understand what's going on. Astrology is a fascinating field of study, and one of the most interesting things about it is the way it teaches us about how the planets interact with each other. This is some very handy information to understand, as the positioning of the planets and the energy they create around us affects our lives in various ways. The influence of the planets manifests itself around us depending on their location in our natal chart and then continues into our everyday life. This influential energy will show up as both very subtle and with a giant roar, affecting us either directly or indirectly. So, let's get to the good stuff. We have 5 primary planetary aspects that I will be talking about today: conjunction, sextile, trine, square, and opposition. Each of these aspects has its own characteristics and meanings, which can help you make sense of yourself, your life, and understand why certain things happen when they do and the way they do. Before we go into explaining the terminology of planetary aspects, I would like to briefly introduce the zodiac wheel. Personally, I feel like it gives a very helpful visual to assist with understanding the aspects once we get to that part. The zodiac wheel is a map of the sky, a circular diagram that divides the sky into 12 sections. Each section represents one of the 12 signs of the zodiac, of which I'm sure you've heard of before. Each sign is separated by 30 degrees and together makes up the 360 degrees in total of the zodiac wheel. The signs each sit in one of 12 houses, which together represent every single ingredient that makes up human life. Each sign is also represented by one of the 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air, has a determined astrological quality, cardinal, fixed, or mutable, and is ruled by a planet. But let's not make things more complicated than they have to be. We are, after all, here to figure out the meanings of the planetary aspects. My aim is at the end of the day to give you a clear understanding of astrology, not to confuse you further. So I'll talk about natal charts, different signs, elements, houses, qualities, and planets, all in separate videos. Okay, back on track. Now that we got the zodiac wheel visual in our heads and on the screen, let's proceed to the various aspects the planets can make within it. Number 1, conjunction. When 2 planets are conjunct, it means that they're in alignment from 0 to 6 degrees apart, and usually appear within the same zodiac sign. It's a very powerful aspect as it brings together the energy of the 2 planets. They unite forces and start moving and acting together. Although this sounds all well and dandy, beware, not all united energies are harmonious. Even though the powers of the planets are combined, it doesn't always mean that they will be compatible with each other. Some energies will in fact not be able to work together at all and can bring with it a feeling of being anxious, unsettled, and impatient. But whether it's harmonious or not, conjunctions indicate an intensity of energy and a fast-paced progression through life, which opens up a lot of opportunities to grow. A conjunction indicates a time of rapid growth and change, a time where you may be called to take on more responsibility or hold more power than usual. Finding out which planets you have in a conjunction in your natal chart can give you a hint of what areas of your life you are likely to find drive and focus. Conjunctions are considered to be an auspicious aspect, one that brings positive energy to your life. It indicates that you will be in harmony with the universe, which can help you connect with your spiritual side. It's also often associated with events or situations in your life that require you to take action and make decisions quickly. It can signify a time when you come together with others in order to create something new and exciting. Conjunctions in transiting astrology can mark new beginnings too. For instance, when the Sun and Moon forms a conjunction, we have a new moon. Number 2, sextile. If two planets are separated by two zodiac signs, roughly 60 degrees apart, we get a sextile. Since these planets are in compatible elements, earth and water or fire and air, they support one another and flow easily. It's a planetary aspect that represents a harmonious connection between two planets and is commonly seen as the astrological symbol for harmony, peace, and balance. The energy created in this aspect is smooth and cooperative, and the planets are set up to inspire and encourage each other. This energetic influence allows for more creativity and flexibility, which will invite in new ideas and opportunities to different aspects in your life. It also means that we're more likely to share our gifts with others and connect with others who share those gifts. The sextile aspect is often seen as an opportunity to combine forces with others and work together towards a common goal. It can help you make connections with people who have skills or abilities that complement yours, people who can help broaden your perspective or offer insight into new ideas and possibilities. This makes it great for people who are looking to develop their skills or talents further, because it allows them to be more flexible in their approach to things and better able to work collaboratively with others. When the energy between the planets are comfortable and work well together, there's an easiness to that relationship. Although this is all very positive, the sextile aspect does bring some challenges to the table as well. Even though it grants a lot of inspiration for collaboration and creativity, and offers you space to realize your ideas and define your goals, it doesn't come with the push you need to follow through with them. The energy you receive from the sextile inspires a lot of thinking and planning, but doesn't motivate you to take much action. Instead, these ideas might just remain in your head. But overall, enjoy the sweetness that is the sextile. They're often happy and chill, bringing good moods and camaraderie. An opportunity may present itself if we seize the day to take action and uncover it. Number 3, squaring. One step further than a sextile along the zodiac wheel is the square. Two planets are separated by 3 zodiac signs, roughly 90 degrees apart, and therefore forms a sharp right angle. The square is generally considered to be an unfavorable aspect, as the sharp angle sets the planet up against each other and therefore tends to create tension and conflict. Squares are often considered the hardest aspects in astrology because they indicate an imbalance of energy. A planet that is squaring will feel like it's being held back by the other planet and vice versa, which can cause frustration and friction on both sides as neither wants to compromise. This aspect represents challenges and conflict as each planet becomes stressed and there is no easy win available to either of them. The effect of squaring depends on which planets are involved, but generally speaking, it can indicate some kind of challenging situation or circumstance that involves trying to balance competing needs or desires in your life. It could also show up as a time when you feel like you're being pulled in different directions by different people or situations. You might feel like avoiding big decisions related to the planets involved at this time, but as usual, the universe has other plans. Unlike the sextile, the demanding energy of the square aspect will eventually push you into situations where you have no choice but to make changes where it's asked of you. When this happens, harvest information from both sides. Trust that both the good and the bad has something to teach you. Listen, then negotiate for the best possible outcome. Although a square is normally formed by 2 or 3 planets, there can be up to 4 planets participating in the battle. A T-square is when 3 planets come together, and a grand square is when it's 4 planets. Yikes! However, on a more positive note, challenges in astrology can also bring the greatest rewards because they teach you how to find your strength and create solutions. The tension created in this aspect can also be used for good. First, pay attention to where you have planets in a squared aspect in your natal chart. Then use it as an opportunity to deal with some unresolved issues, face challenges head-on, or learn how to assert yourself when necessary without becoming overly reactive or defensive. It also brings a great opportunity to tune inwards and reflect on the self, which you'll need in order to regain balance after taking action on the areas in your life where the square aspect took place. Number 4, Trine. Next on the list is when 2 planets are 4 zodiac signs apart, roughly 120 degrees. This is called a trine, which is an aspect that creates a harmonious relationship between the planets in it. Due to the 120 degrees separation, the planets are sharing the same element, air, fire, water or earth, which means they're working towards the same agenda and have a good supportive relationship. The planets involved in a trine are able to work together without any conflict or tension, and they can help each other thrive and grow. Their energies are in synchronicity with one another and brings with it luck, harmony and opportunity. We can move forward easily, often with something presenting itself with very little effort. If you check your birth chart and notice a trine, you might find a lot of fortune where those planets are located. Trine energy is warm and inviting. It's like sunshine on your face. You can feel it everywhere you go. It is not overpowering or overwhelming, but just enough to make everything seem right in the world. Trines have been shown to bring good fortune and tend to make people feel comfortable, at ease and secure. In fact, trines are so gentle and agreeable that they're often overlooked as a significant astrological event. That said, they also have a tendency to make us lazy, since they don't require much effort from our side. People with a lot of trines in their natal chart tend to be very lucky, as the positioning of the planet in the trine aspect allows energy to flow easily back and forth between the planets. This will not only give you a lot of natural talent and abilities, but you have a lot of good luck and might find that amazing opportunities comes your way. In fact, you might have it so good that you'll tend to get used to having luck and good fortune in your life, and might even get dependent on it. So beware, this might result in you taking the opportunities and talents you've been given for granted. With the universe working in your favor this way, you might just sit back and expect good things to keep happening to you without any hard work. To be successful with the trine aspect, it's important that you never fully depend on your good fortunes and always strive to build your work ethic and develop your own skills. Number 5, opposition. Last but not least, we have the aspect opposition. And yes, you guessed it, the 2 planets involved are directly across the sky from each other, separated by 6 zodiac signs, about 180 degrees apart. The distance situated between the planets involved creates a lot of tension, which usually brings up a great deal of conflicts and challenges. Whilst this doesn't sound too great, it also shows us how our efforts can lead to something beautiful if we use our energy wisely. The universal energy associated with this aspect is duality. Duality refers to the idea that everything has two sides, good and bad, light and dark, male and female, etc. On one hand, the opposition aspect can bring balance and union through compromise. But on the other hand, this aspect can bring obstacles and intensify already heightened emotions. The help we get in this position is that the planets will be in compatible elements, fire and air or earth and water, which shows that they can work together well when they try. But the challenge it bears is that they share an astrological quality, cardinal, fixed or mutable, meaning they're pretty set in their ways and won't really want to budge. However, if the planets can compromise and find fairness, then that innate conflict between them can be used for good. In this aspect, each planet may benefit from the other's strengths. This means the disagreements between the planets can grow and develop, finding a middle path. They can create a sort of balance between each other that supports the other's weaknesses. With the opposition planetary aspect, there's a lot of work that can be done to make you grow as a person. If you check your birth chart to see where in the chart you have oppositions, this will help you determine how much effort you will need in creating a compromise between the two forces in your own life. The opposition can help you become more self-aware by forcing you out of your comfort zone and into new situations where you might meet new people or develop new relationships. This is not an easy aspect for anyone who wants things to stay calm and predictable. But because it's so charged with energy, it can be useful for finding out who you really are and what you need from life in order to live more authentically. A well-known opposition we all experience collectively every month is when the sun and the moon are opposite across the sky and creates the night wonder that is a full moon. That is it for the major planetary aspects. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in more videos like this, please like and subscribe.